Hello everyone, it's Kathy here, and today I'm going to share with you how to create a pom-pom garland. So I have quite a number of rainbow coloured pom-poms that I've made, and I'd like to use them to create a garland. So at this point I've got two of each colour, and what I'm going to be doing is creating one more red pom-pom just so that I have a balanced number of colours on the garland. And you can make pom-poms in two different ways. So I want them to all be the same size, and so you can either use a pom-pom maker or you can use your own template that you can create, and I have another video demonstrating how to do that. I'll be using 8-ply wool to do that, and you'll also need some baker's twine. You'll need some sharp scissors, which is really important to shape and to cut the wool. You'll need some tapestry needles, and you'll also need to make sure that as I mentioned, you've got really sharp scissors. So I've started winding the wool to create my pom-pom onto the template, and I'm winding it around until I've got a thickness that I'm happy with, because I want to have it nice and fluffy and also approximately the same size as my other pom-poms that I've made. So I'm just snipping the wool, and what I'll be doing is I'm going to be cutting an extra piece of wool, and that'll be used to tie the pieces of cut wool together to secure everything into place. And with the really sharp scissors, I'm going to be cutting the wool apart, and that's what's going to create the pom-pom. To be successful, it's really important that you need to have sharp scissors in order to do this well. And what I'm doing is holding it firmly with my hand and rotating it around just to make it easier for me to grip all the cut pieces so that I don't drop anything, because we need everything in place before the next step when we're going to use that extra piece of wool to hold everything in place. So I'm placing that in between the two discs, which are the template, and I'm going to secure them into place with a double knot. Then I'm going to slowly release the template pieces off the pom-pom, and then I'm going to start using my other sharp scissors to trim away all the extra bits, just so that it creates a nice fluffy pom-pom. While I'm cutting, I give it a little shake just so I can release any of the little scraps that might have fallen in, and it just helps me to keep track of where I'm at in terms of trimming. And once I'm happy with that, it's time to stop and just compare it with one of my other created pom-poms, just so I can gauge the size. I'm happy with that, so now it's time for me to start making the garland. Now, this is one way that you can attach your garland. If you haven't got needles, you can just simply use the strand that you tied around your wool and tie it to a piece of string. The garland is still very strong, however, you won't be able to slide your pom-pom piece into an even spacing if you've tied it into the wrong spot accidentally. The next method is by using a needle and some baker's twine, and these needles have a really big hole, which makes it easy for you to thread thick twines. And what you'll do is you'll thread that and place that through the center of a pom-pom. So I'm ready for that step now. My needle is threaded and I have my first pom-pom, and what you do is you insert it through the center of the pom-pom, slide it right through, and then you just move the pom-pom along the baker's twine into the position that you're happy with. So what I'm going to demonstrate is that once it's on the twine, it's going to stay in position. So it's whatever direction it is, it's going to stay. So I'm just going to keep sliding it along until it's in the position that I want it to be in. And the order that I intend on placing these pom-poms is a rainbow order. So I've got red, then I'm going to start with pink, and I'm going to keep threading those pom-poms onto the twine, and this doesn't take very long at all. So I'm just still placing my pom-poms onto the baker's twine, and you can keep sliding them and moving them into the position that you want. And it's really important that you keep track of the spacing and just adjust it as you need. So I'm just speeding things up now because this step doesn't take that long, but I just want to show you the order of the pom-poms in case you want to recreate using similar colors of pom-poms as what I've used. So as I mentioned before, I've got 2 of each color and I'm using a rainbow order. So I've just finished my first round and you can see they're not moving. They're fairly evenly spaced at this point. I've got, I think 2 more left to go and I'm ready to insert them onto the baker's twine, and this has not taken me very long at all, and they look really bright, they look really cheerful, and you can place this anywhere that you wish. So they're all onto the baker's twine now. I'm going to take my needle off, and just to keep things in place, I've put a knot on either end, and I've got a little loop so that if I want to, I can hang it anywhere I want. And that's how you create a pom-pom garland. Thanks so much. Have a great day.